So very quick video here on the power of Microsoft Teams Meeting Recap, which is a Microsoft Teams premium feature. So yesterday I was invited to a meeting which I couldn't attend, so I tentatively accepted that meeting. You can see here that the meeting conflicts with another meeting that I already had in my diary. So I asked the team to ensure the meeting was recorded, and now today, a day later, I can come back into this meeting and have a look and see what happened in the meeting, what the key topics were that were discussed, pick up and read some of those points and move on. So how do I get back to this meeting? So I'm within the calendar within Microsoft Teams. I can simply open the meeting that I missed. This will open up the meeting. You'll see here I can see all the normal things within the meeting. I can see the organisers and attendees. I can see any chat that happened in the meeting. I can see any files that were shared, whiteboards, those kind of things. But what I'm going to focus on today is the recap. So if you haven't got Teams Premium, you'll see that you can get to the recording and the transcript. So that's a standard Microsoft Teams feature. But if I click on recap over here, then what we see is a number of different things. So firstly, we see the video. So as you'd expect, I can play the meeting. I can play it in high speed, slower speed, whatever kind of works for me. I can also turn on transcription. So again, if I want to play the meeting, then I can play the meeting and I can see
Sam, hi. Yes,
what was happening in that meeting. So I'm just going to pause that, but you'll see here I can turn on closed captions, change the language, I can change the speed, playback options, those kind of things. What I can also now see here is I can see the notes that were generated in the meeting. These are notes that people took in the meeting, so no notes were taken by anybody in that meeting, which is not overly helpful. But what I can now see is a couple of things. So here I can see the different people that were speaking in the meeting. There were 3 people in the meeting. I can see when they spoke, and I can navigate to the points in which person 1, 2 or 3 spoke in the meeting, which is really kind of handy. I can also go up here into the AI notes. Now this is the Teams premium feature. So what this has done is this has summarized the entire meeting for me into sections. So this takes place after the meeting's happened. It takes about 15-20 minutes or so for it to generate, and you'll see here it pulls up the key points about the meeting, what people were discussing, and there's typically 5 or 6 key topics that were here. But if I want to dig down into this a bit more, if this information isn't sufficient for me, I can expand here and see a little bit more about the detail that was covered off. So I get a bit more verbose information, I guess, around the around the content and the agenda. What then happens at the bottom here, and again I can give feedback to how the notes were, it then pulls up what it calls suggested tasks. Now when Copilot comes out, then this will actually be able to auto-generate these tasks for me and assign them into a planner board or into my to-do. But at the moment within Teams Premium, then it does suggest what these actions are going to be. So it looks like all the actions are actually on the one of the party in the meeting. I'll need to check that back to see whether that is actually the approach. One of the things that you often find when using Teams Premium like this is that you do need to be quite specific about who is taking the action. So one of the things that I would normally do is say, well, I will do this, or John, could you please do this, or Sally, could you please do this? So it makes it a little bit easier for it to suggest. So I'll need to just check these back. The other thing I can do in here, which is really useful, is have a look and see where I was mentioned. So although I wasn't on the call, I was mentioned within it. So, and again here I can simply click on the element. So at 3:20, 3:30 my name was mentioned. If I click on here, it will take me to this point in the meeting where my name was mentioned, and this is actually really handy if you can't attend a meeting that you're invited to, because you might want to hear obviously what was said. Of course I can get to the transcript, so if I go to here, this will show the entire transcript of the meeting, which is obviously useful. But I really find these AI powered notes are really useful, and of course if I had Copilot, then I can obviously ask Copilot to do some things with me here. I could quite easily cut and paste this into Bing Enterprise Chat, for example, if I wanted to get some summary. But there we go, very quick recap on Teams meeting recap. So hope you find this useful. Please like and subscribe if you like these videos, and look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you.